What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? I remember one night in college, nearing graduation, I was trying to decide what I actually wanted to do with my life. And during that time, I had this vision that I wanted to teach people how to tap into their creativity and self expression. It feels like a lot of times people are scared or they give up too early or they feel like they don't have a talented bone in their body. And so they don't ever try. And honestly, that's just so sad because it can be so fun to experiment and try new things. You don't have to be an artist. You don't even have to feel like you're creative. You just get to play. And the act of playing feels so good. It feels freeing. It allows you to relieve stress out of your body and your brain and all of those things. And there's so many amazing benefits. And so I would love to help people do that. The next day, I decided to share my ideas with my instructor and talk through them and see what she thought. And I whipped out my journal and kind of went over my vision with her, and my heart sank because the words that came out of her mouth were, "How will you make money from that? You can't make a career doing that."
Curse you, capitalism!
Over a decade later, I have explored my graphic design career, which is what I went to college for, and I became a successful business owner and worked at many different jobs, learning new things, building so many amazing skills. And none of it quite worked out the way I wanted it to. So one day, whenever I was scrolling, and Jade Beeson's video popped up on my feed.
What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail?
This memory flashed before my eyes. And as you know, I recently have come back to this idea of creativity and art and all of those things. And I launched my shop. I've been doing my markets, and things have been building on each other and coming together. But there's one piece missing. And that missing piece is you. I want to teach you how to tap into your self-expression for stress relief if you're burnt out or you just want to express your inner self because you're constantly going through life feeling misunderstood, or you have like quirky, crazy ideas, or maybe you don't have like weird ideas. Maybe you just want to draw cute ducks or frogs and you are like, "Well, I can't do that. I'm not creative." Well, let me tell you. What would you create if you knew you couldn't fail? What if it didn't matter what your friends thought, your parents, your boss? It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. What if all the stories that they've told you could be wiped away and you started fresh? What if I told you that amidst the chaotic world, we need you and your self-expression? You know, believing in yourself and your expression is so powerful, especially in the face of falling in line. But how do you begin? I know it can be kind of scary, especially in the face of burnout, a booked up schedule, brain fog, you're exhausted. So that's why I created a free 30 days of play challenge for us to do together. That this challenge is free. You will have 15 activities to do over 30 days that will be 5 to 15-minute long activities, so it shouldn't be a burden to your already booked schedule, but it will allow you to schedule in some time for you to relieve yourself. And if you can do more than that time, cool, but these will be really small, low pressure ideas for you to tap into that self-expression when you don't feel like you know how to get started. And I'm going to be doing it right here on YouTube, so make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss it. I'm going to start next week, July 8th, and if you're watching this later, don't worry, there should be a playlist so you can still follow along after we go through each week together. My goal is to help you tap in and loosen up those creative muscles, even if you don't feel like you're an artist or you're talented. It's not about being an artist. It's about having fun and not taking things seriously and expressing yourself and enjoying your life. I will have some optional printables that you can buy from my shop if you want, but they won't be necessary at all because everything you'll need to know is going to be in the video, and I want to make sure it's super accessible. So for supplies, you'll really only need like paper or a journal, something like that, and a writing utensil like a pencil or a pen. And then if you could get a pack of markers, crayons, anything just with color, because we are going to use color to express ourselves. But it can be anything that you have on hand. It can be the cheapest Dollar Tree pack. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it's not about what you produce, but how you feel producing it. And that is what our goal is going to be in this 30 Days of Play challenge. I am so excited to bring this to life, and I'm going to be doing the challenge too. Just so you know how it will work is over the next 4 weeks after the challenge starts, I'll post a new video with that week's different challenges and prompts, and then I am going to have some prompts in the community tab to allow you to reply and build up communication, because I would love to support you throughout the process, and I'm going to be participating as well, so I can't wait to do that alongside you, because it is so fun to get out there, express yourself, and play. So if you're interested, I am so excited to see you and get started next week. If you're finding it hard to get started, borrow my belief that I have in you. I know you're tired, but you're resilient, and we are stronger together. The world needs your self-expression. So, see you next week.